Hello everyone, it's SK95, and you're probably wondering, what the heck am I doing? Was I supposed to say I was going to do 100% reward? Yes, I did. Here is the caveat problem. Likely it's going to be saved till 10 o'clock tomorrow as well. There's a rant. I am 12 short to complete all recipes, which is required for 100% of the game. So in order to get the 100% reward, you need a recipe max out. This also includes the star pieces, as well as the shine sprites. And badges, and talent log. Trust me when I say, it's exhausting. So I might as well show off something else entirely different. One of the big things that you can show off in this game is the fact that you can technically do a strat known as Danger Mario. Now, you gotta ask yourself, what the heck is Danger Mario? Danger Mario is essentially the fact that you can do something like this. For example, I'll cut to the loadout I'm gonna go to. Alright, I cut to the loadout. Watch this. I have a loadout of... That took a while. Something like this. I also put Power Bounce back on, and I got rid of some more badges. However, as you notice, I got Power Rush at maximum with Mega Rush as well. Probably asking yourself, what the heck? Why the heck did I do that for? Well, there's a strategy involved that literally brings us to later halves of the game if you want to. You can actually do this, and it literally curb stops most of the game. There are two methods of getting yourself to the low HP, though. One is there is a shop down at the bottom of Rogueport, which allows you to trade your stats around. This allows you to trade your stats down to 5, so make sure you can actually, get your stats to the point where danger activates. The other is a food item that you can only get through a certain means. The Trial Stew. You have to get the Couple's Cake and Poison Mushroom. Poison Mushroom and Couple's Cake are the most painful items to get, because the Couple's Cake requires you to get a Snow Bunny and a soup which can be easily cooked by the Fire Flower. The Snow Bunny is annoying because the Golden Leaf is required, and Creepily Steeply is where it's located. The other item is just as annoying, and I hate going after Poison Mushrooms because Poison Mushrooms suck, because you can actually check the recipe right here. You need a Slow Mushroom with Inky Sauce, and in order to make Inky Sauce, you need to create, well, Inky Soup. In order to create that soup, you need ink. And in order to create the Inky Soup, you need to get Hot Sauce and Turley Leaf together. That's literally the easiest way you can do it. However, there's other recipes you can make it. I'm going to show off what happens if we decide to do the strat on, let's say, I'm going to bully Rockhawk. Because, honestly, he's the easiest one to do, and we can do it easily. However, I'd like to make sure I don't take too much damage, so... Well, at least I don't want to die, at least, because I don't have any life stream, so I'll die if I mess up. And I'd like to not do that, because it's a little bit embarrassing. Rockhawk, as you know, was the chapter boss before getting Grumba. Grumba was easy. Now, I'm using Gubella for this because it's a little bit easier to force feed me a food item afterwards, because I'm going to need it. Actually, I have a live stream right now. Now, there's a problem with this. I need to make sure I can continue moving. And also, I need to make sure I have FP. The problem with this is, I need to make sure I have my movement option available, plus doing it. There is another way to do it. You can technically try to get yourself more FP, but it's a little risky given the fact that the items you create, or rather the star power move, does mean that Sweet Fest will literally screw you over if you're not careful. Back to Rockhawk. It's very easy. So let's just start to pass the dialogue and use the Trial Stew. Trial Stew does this to you. Knocks your HP down to 1, marks your FP to 0, and your star power maxes out. Now, I'm going to warn you right now, this strategy is very, very risky. However, you technically can get out of the way for this, no problem. So in order to do that, we're going to need to get our FP back up. I'm going to need to use Jam and Jelly, and I'm going to need to Super Guard this first strike, considering I need to make sure I don't die from this. If I can survive with 10 HP, I'm fine. Oh, no! Of course I already screwed up, because Rockhawk does a homing attack! Of course, game. Of course! You couldn't have done a different attack. No, Rockhawk! Why the heck not? You know what? I'm going to throw the Courage Meal at him. Watch what happens. 4 damage. Whoop-de-doo. I swear to God, stop doing that. Okay, now we're in danger. Danger activates all those danger badges I had before. Watch what happens to Rock Hawk's body. I turn him into a joke. You can do this to any character, including Prince Mush. I am not kidding you. It's insanely funny when you see that happen. The problem with this strategy is, since your HP is if your HP is higher than 10, you're gonna run into the problem with Lifestream reviving you at 10 HP and your danger strat is gonna cancel out. So, the best method, technically, is to go back to the area we were at before and go to the bottom of Rogueport to grab the trade. However, technically thinking Glitzfit makes it easy for me for money-wise, because the amount you need to get in order to switch your stats around is 39 coins per stat. So we're gonna actually cut back to that Rogueport area where that guy was talking about, and be right back, given the fact how annoying it is. Now let's say you don't want to use Trials 2 and instead don't want to risk that whole FP dropping to 0 thing. This guy is actually quite important. Welcome to Cheat Crypto's Adjustment House. 39 coins, just stats. We can take our HP stat and increase a stat. However, we also can lower a stat. So watch this. I can actually decrease my HP, but increase my BP. This means I can change my stats around at any point, but this costs money to do so, so you want to be careful. Yeah. And the animation is still the same as the other ones, so not too much all of that considered. This just means you can alter your stats so that way you can actually get something good out of this. The higher your level is, the more stats you can mess with. So let's just say I need more. I'm going to do this. HP again. It doesn't go out coins, so if you want to do 10 times, you're going to have to go and get enough coins to do so. 390 is the max you need to get. I'm not going to mess with my stats afterwards, considering the fact I don't have to worry about fights after that. And everything comes a breeze after you do Danger Mario. So I'll cut ahead until I get the stats down to 5. You need to go to Pinata Parlor to get more Power Rush badges, because guess what? Unlike traditional areas like badge shops and whatnot, this area carries an infinite supply of the Power Rush. Meaning you can just literally do this whenever you want. Because, as you can tell, Power Rush is right there. And you can keep getting Power Rush in order to keep maximizing your damage. You can do that to your partners as well, but it's a little bit more risky. In fact, your partners and you share up the life streams. The easiest game does it, which is usually a plain game, which is I recommend. I forgot to mention something, of course, is the fact that if you're doing this strategy, be on the lookout given the fact that it's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. Given the fact that, 1, you're going to run the risk of running out of HP instantaneously. You should carry some life streams on you at any point to make sure you don't die. At least a few in case you're going to run into this. Second of all, you want to make sure you have badges that have the ability to keep your damage going down low. These badges do include the following. You want to get access to the badges all or nothing in order to increase your damage output even further. Downside, if you mess up, you lose your attack power completely. You should have damage dodge, at least one of them. And if you do have P up, D down, I recommend turning that off because you don't need the extra damage, but your damage output goes increased anyway. It doesn't matter. After that, you want to make sure you have the last stand badges and it decrease your damage. That way you can keep decreasing the damage you lose. This does mean you're going to run into the issue of getting nearly hit, and you also want to make sure you actually have Pretty Lucky. This way your attacks will not get hit, and you won't get hit by any attacks. The worry is you want to make sure you also have enough FP to keep spamming, otherwise you're just going to lose out on anything. So that strategy I mentioned, by the way, let's add Power Lift to that strategy as well. Yeah, this comes stupid broken after a second. Alright, 4 and 3 is what I wanted. Now I'm going to switch out Scrooge because I'm not going to need him for this, given the fact that this strategy does not work well for him, and it's not like he's going to be attacking at all. So instead, you want to have Goombella out for this. Jump stance. You know, personally, I don't want that to happen, but it's fine. Power Bounce. Watch what happens to my damage output now. put up a skip. Wait a minute, I can do this again. See what I mean by turning the boss into a joke? Yeah, he just lost in a single turn. The toughest challenge in this game lost in a single turn, in 2 turns. I am not joking. This strategy is busted. And if you get Mario and Gabella on the same turn, and then use that move, you literally wipe out a boss in a second. This literally loses the battle concept entirely. You can do this as early as Chapter 5, after Chapter 5 as well, so you technically can go past the entire chapters, just bum rushing everything just by going the strategy. The downside of the strategy is the fact that you're running high risk or reward, but doesn't matter when you can literally outpace the damage. You just have to make sure when you actually level up during fights, do not at all increase your HP, because otherwise you have to go back to him again. This actually completely destroys Bone Tail quickly if you manage to get the timing right. In fact, this is what the strategy people used back during the GameCube era, where people actually used this strategy to completely bum rush fights that they knew that have too much HP, such as Bone Tail and Shadow Queen. Both of them have way too much HP. You all know this. Heck, even those fights against other bosses take forever, so you just do the strategy and boom, easily done. A lot of enemy fights as well do get curb stomped as well, such as the annoying wizards, because those fights are the most annoying fights in the game. Bar none. We all know the wizard fights suck. The wizard, dark wizard, elite wizard, every single one of them are bad when it happens, but you can literally bum rush the Pit of 100 Trials of this ability. I'm not going to show it off because I know for a fact I can do that easily, but I think that's it for this video. Next time on Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I will hopefully have every single recipe done, and by that point, we will actually be able to show off the 100% reward for you getting this. See you all next time.